Hello everybody, MD Polo here. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pistol that came out not too long ago and is by IWI, and it's called the Masada. And I want to thank my friends at Shoot Point Blank in Carmel, Indiana for all their help and their support. And by the way, if you hear any background noise, my apologies for that, but I am not filming at my normal location. Before we get into the gun, I want to give you a brief idea of what we're going to be looking at in this video. We're going to be taking a look at the gun. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the company itself, then review the specs, give you some close-ups, let you take a good look at the gun. We're going to compare it to other guns in the same size comparison and capacity, like the Glock 19, the Glock 17, and the HK VP9. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some close-ups of the Masada itself and how it compares to the guns that we looked at. Also, just so you know, all the guns that we're going to be handling today have been safety checked several times prior to the start of the video. So let's get into it. The Masada comes in a pretty standard cardboard box. They don't give you anything fancy. When you open it, you get all the standard stuff. You get the instruction manual, some more stuff, the mandatory lock, get a little bag with the optics plates mounting systems, you get 2 mags, and you get 3 interchangeable back straps. So let's take the gun out and put the box away, and then we'll take a look at the Masada by IWI. So I'm going to let you take a look at it as I talk a little bit about the Masada and a bit of the history behind it. This is the first striker-fired polymer-based pistol that IWI has produced. It is named after the ancient fortress in southern Israel's Judean desert. It is interesting that a market that is currently dominated by compact and subcompact pistols, that other companies went right after Glock and the Glock 19 size market, like Ruger did with the Security 9. Let me drop the mag and just let you see, double check. So like Ruger did with the Security 9, M&P did with the 2.0 compact eventually, but I don't know the reason why IWI, on their first entry into the striker-fired polymer-based pistol, decided to go with a duty-sized pistol. But they did. And Israeli Weapon Industries, IWI, was a division of IMI, which was Israeli Military Industries, and that was founded in 1933. It was formerly owned by the State of Israel, and in 2005, the small arms division of IMI was privatized and renamed IWI, which is now part of the SK Group, and their U.S. operation is based out of Pennsylvania. Taking a look at the specs of the gun, as I mentioned before, it is a duty-sized 9mm striker-fired polymer pistol. It's got 17 round capacity, and the mags are very well built. 17 round capacity, if the light cooperates there. And they say made in Italy. So my assumption is that they're McGuard mags. They got nice little ledges here, if needed, to help clear malfunction. So they're very, very well done. And you get 2 of these. Weight of the gun, unloaded, is 23.5 ounces, and comparing it to the Glock 17 weighing at 22 ounces. So 23.5 versus 22 of the Glock. The height of the gun is 5.6 inches. 5.6 inches here, trying to focus the camera, versus 5.5 of the Glock 17. So they're right there neck and neck. The width of the gun is coming in at 1.34 inches versus 1.26 of the Glock 17. So it is a little fatter. My guess is, I don't have the caliper to measure, But my guess is because the controls, which you measure at the widest point of it, the controls they stick out more. They're wider than they are in the Glock. So let me see if I can focus on that and let you take a look at it. So the controls do stick out more, but it is clearly that they went after the Glock 17 as far as size and the weight of the pistol. The barrel length is 4.1 inches, which is smaller than the Glock 17 and just a tad longer than the Glock 19, as we will see a little bit later on. The back straps, it comes with 3 polymer interchangeable back straps in small, medium, and large. Starting at the bottom of the gun, we talked a little bit about the mags already, but these are factory steel mags manufactured in Italy, as we described. Each mag features indented channels on both sides of the mag, which can help you, clean it up, or for any debris or water, dirt, whatever may come on the mag to wash away or clean up easily. And as the mag is inserted in the gun, they really just fly out of there. So it works really, really well. Try to move the light a little bit closer without sticking it in the camera. There we go. So very good mags, and the mag release works flawlessly. And at the end, at the bottom of the mag, you can see it does have the ledges where you can grab it here if you needed to strip them for whatever reason. You can grab them right here. So it works very well. There it is. So going back to now a little bit, moving up the grip module, the frame itself is made of high strength, impact resistant fiberglass with, let me start that again. The frame is made of high strength, impact resistant fiberglass reinforced polymer. These are the little hiccups that happen when you try to do everything in one take only. So bear with me with that. IWI claims that like all IWI firearms, it is built to withstand, and this is a quote, it is built to withstand and endure all types of military use and abuse in extremely harsh environment conditions. So this is a gun that was clearly geared towards military use or high abuse. I'll let you take a look at the grip itself. The texture on the grip is very nice. It's aggressive enough, but muted, if that makes any sense. It's not going to be very abrasive like an MMP 2.0 or a ZZP10C, but it gives you just enough so you can hold on to it. For me, I wish it was a little bit more, but I'm very happy with the way this is. The magwell is not flared at all. So if you look at it without the mag, it is not flared at all. It is just straight. The grip itself is very comfortable. When I have medium-sized hands, so this will give you an idea of how it fits on a medium-sized hand. I have plenty of room down here, so you guys with larger hands, the trigger guard is ample. You've got plenty of room here. Guys with bigger hands or with gloves, you have plenty of room there. As you move around, you'll see that the front of the trigger guard does have serrations, and at the bottom of the dust cover here of the grip of the dust cover, you have a 1913 rail with 4 slots. The front of the grip, gosh, I'm having a horrible time speaking today. The front of the gun has a nice angle, which I think gives it a very good shape. So it'll give you a little bit better look at the grip module. As you hold the gun, it's got a nice undercut. which allows you to get high on the gun, and it does have a pretty low bore axis. For you people that believe that makes a big difference, other people believe that it does not make a big difference, but on the perceived recoil or how you handle the gun. But regardless of which camp you fall in, the gun does sit pretty flat and low in your hand. It is very comfortable. Now, right now, the Masada is only available in black, but this is a modular gun. So the serialized number is in the trigger component and the trigger module. So Masada says that the grip module will also be available in OD green, flat dark earth, and sniper gray. So you'll be able to take your trigger module out and drop it into another color grip module of your choice. But also, my assumption is that they will also make smaller modules available. So if you wanted to mount it, your slide and trigger module on a compact size gun, that in the near future you'll be able to do that. So very nice. So to me, this makes it very comparable to a SIG P320. And like I said, the comparisons have been made with the Glock 17 and Glock 19 and even VP9. But I think the direct competition here, what they were aiming at, is a SIG P320. And unfortunately, I don't have one here to show you a direct comparison with that. Trigger pull was very clean. It is not too heavy. According to Masada, or to IWI, I'm sorry, it is listed between 5.5 to 7 pounds. This particular pistol pulled at 5.7 pounds. It is a clean break, and the trigger reset does have an audible click, very much like a Glock. But when you're waiting for the reset for the click, it does travel a little bit longer than I expected. It has a polymer trigger shoe, and it has the little safety dingus right here, just like the Glock. But differently, what is different than the Glocks is that this does travel all the way into the shoe and becomes completely flush, and it doesn't get in the way. So I like that quite a bit. So let me show you. Drop the mag, and let me show you the trigger. It's right there. You're at the wall right there. Travel, break. Reset. There. Then you're right at the wall again. So, not bad at all. I like it. I actually do. So let's leave that out. So it is fully ambidextrous. The slide stop and disassembly lever are fully the slide stop and release is fully ambidextrous. This switch right here, this lever right here, is for the disassembly. The mag release is completely ambidextrous. And like I said, it works perfectly fine. I mean, they just shoot out of there. Disassembly of the gun is extremely easy. All you have to do is lock the slide back, then turn down the takedown lever, and release, fire, and off it comes. So let you take a look at the Masada disassembled. You got rails, the rails going down here. There you go, just letting you take a quick look at it. way around, rails starting from here to the back. And there it is on the grip module. And here it is. Taking a look. I mean, this is brand new. Look at it. It's got a little bit of a polish on the feed ramp. It's not a mirror shine, but it's nice. And just feels like, feels like a well-built quality gun. Everything's solid, very nicely done. To reassemble the pistol. Lock it. That's it. So very easy to assemble, very easy to take apart. Now the Masada can be ordered with or without a manual safety. This one, of course, is without the manual safety. The sight itself features some nice front and rear serrations. They are definitely deep and sharp enough that you're not going to get, it's not going to slide no matter how you wish to manipulate the gun. However, they are not sharp enough that it's going to snag or you, of course, going to cut you or anything. So very nice serrations. And as you look all around the gun itself, you're not going to find anything that is going to catch on your holster, your clothes, and snag on anything. It's just very well done. The slide is made out of steel, with both the slide and the barrel are finished in heavy wear resistant with a heavy wear resistant coating, and that's as far as I could get from IWI. I'm not sure what the technical term of their coating is, but they would not release that information to me. All I got was there was a heavy wear resistant coating. The barrel is polygonal rifled, cold hammer forged with a 1:10 RH twist rate, and IWI makes the barrels for the Masada in-house at their IWI factory in Ramat Hasharon, Israel. The external extractor is integrated with a tactile and visual chamber loaded indicator. So here you have the extractor. When you have a loaded chamber, it'll protrude a bit so you can feel it. And again, my apologies guys if I'm jumping around a little bit or if I sound like I'm reading some notes, but I actually am. So bear with me on that. This is a gun that was not on my radar until a couple of days ago, so I'm learning about this as we go. As you look into at the back of the gun, we do have a pretty good beaver tail. It is not as deep as you're going to find like on a Steyr or of course any of the 1911s, but it is a pretty good sized beaver tail. And as we go in, it allows you for a deep grip into the pistol. So I like the way that feels. Getting deep into the gun like that, it's also going to help you in the perceived recoil of the pistol. Now, another interesting part of the gun is that it comes standard already cut for your micro red dot. And the pistol comes, here you can see it right here. And when you take the plate off and install the micro red dot, you're not going to lose your rear sight. So that's good. And taking a look at the plates, they come in a little baggie and these are the plates. Now the plates are polymer. So they're polymer plates and they're marked. This one is marked, it says RMR. So it'll tell you right there which micro red dot is for which plate. And you get plates for the Trigicon RMR, the Delta Point, the Sig Romeo 1, and the Vortex Venom. So you're going to get the mounting plates for all that, which is very nice. Another competitor of this, I think, is the CZ-P10F, and that one you need to buy the plates separately. Now, one question that is there is the plates being polymer, are they going to last? Are they going to start to squish down on you? Are the screws going to back out on you? Well, you need to blue Loctite them anyway, but time will tell the answer to all those questions. Now, one thing that I will tell you is that I am a sucker for details. And when you take a look at the plates, here's something that tells you, especially for a gun at this price point. When you take a look at the plate, and once you install the plate, and I know it's not going to make much sense right now, but when you mount the plates, you're going to see that the detail on the side of the plate has got the cuts that are going to match the serrations. So once you mount the plate, the serrations on the side are going to match. And I know that's just a cosmetic detail, but that tells me the type of attention to detail that the company did when they were designing this gun. And for a gun that is priced under $500, I just think that's an amazing attention to detail. Factory sights, the standard ones are 3-dot combat style sights, 3-dot white. Although you can get them as an option with a tritium illuminated Meprolite night sights. And both the night sights and the standard white dot are dovetailed into the pistol. Give you there and see if I can give you point of view of the sights. Now, when we take a look at the gun itself and how it compares to others, some YouTube reviewers, like I said, have compared it to the Glock 17. But when you take a look at the features that this comes with, it comes with so many features right out of the box, from the modular trigger system, so you can change it around, to the rail, the optics ready, the available night sights. I think it really compares more to the VP9 than the Glock 17. They're almost identical in size, the VP9 and the Masada. But when you're taking a look at pricing, since this comes in, the MSRP of the Masada with the standard sights comes in at $480, which means that retail, you're probably going to find it between $450 and $475. That is just, to me, that's amazing for the gun that you get. $450, $475. So which guns does this compare to, and who is really the competition? Well, like I said, the SIG P320 for sure, but for the modularity of the gun, but something that has the features, the micro red dot cuts and all of that, I think that you're getting into the territory of the SIG, the M17, and the Yannick TP9 SFX, and the CZ-P10F. Now, this is going to retail for around let's call it 480, 475, somewhere in there. The SIG M17 is going to be at $650. The Yannick is going to be at $470, and the CZ-P10F is going to be at $590. So the Masada is still less expensive than the competition, except for the Yannick PT9 SFX, but that's more of a target pistol, competition pistol. This is a full-duty combat pistol. So I'll leave you that as far as a comparison. Now, reliability. This is a brand new gun, so time will tell. However, in the sample that I shot, 200 rounds of 124 Blazer brass and 200 rounds of 115 Federal American Eagle, and 0 problems. That's not a lot. That's just enough for first impressions, but it is a very, very nice shooting gun. Shoots kind of flat. I would put it, as far as shooting impressions, very comparable to the Beretta APX full size. Now, as far as reliability, long-term reliability, well, the jury's still out on that one, and time will tell. But IWI claims that their test gun has over 30,000 rounds through it without any significant malfunctions. So that's definitely a lot more than any of us normal humans shooting guns for fun will put through the gun. But I'm sure the YouTube reviewers will put this gun through hell and back, and we'll see what happens there. What are the negatives for this gun? Well, really, there aren't many. But one that I did find is the mag release. When you look at it, and let's see if the camera can focus on it, it's not very big. It doesn't stick out very much out of the frame, which in some ways is good, but I would like it to be a little bit bigger. Not much, but a little bit bigger. However, it is easy to find, and with medium hands, I really can't get to it without really changing my grip. So the mag release is the only thing that is an issue for me on this. And when you grab the gun, I don't know if it's because it doesn't have texture up here. I really wish that they would have continued this texture of the grip out up here. Because when your hands, when you're touching this part of the gun, I don't want to say that it feels cheap, but it sort of does. The rest of the gun feels solid, it feels quality. This part of the grip down here feels really good. When your hands, the trigger is good. When your hands go here, it just feels cheap. I would have liked to have seen the texture up here as well. But those are the only two negatives that I could find on the gun. So where are we with first impressions? With the value offered and the features offered by the Masada, I'm not sure that they really have competition. Time will tell if the gun will be reliable and withstand the torture tests that are for sure coming their way. But as far as first impressions are concerned, it seems like this pistol by IWI really does check all the boxes right off the bat. It is a gun that is clearly aimed at the Glock 19 size guns, but I think this is an upgrade in most every way. As I mentioned earlier, I believe that this is not going to be a standalone offering by IWI, and that the family of the Masada pistols in different sizes will continue to grow. So if you like the Masada, you can just buy it now, and then when the other size options are available, you can just drop in your trigger module, your slide, and you're ready to go with different sizes and different colors. So when you consider price, features, reliability as reported by the factory, this could be one of the best duty-sized pistols to come to the US in quite a long time. So how does it compare size-wise with some of the guns that we have mentioned? Oops, sorry about that. Here is the VP9 by HK. The gun is unloaded. So here it is with the VP9 from HK, and they are almost identical. They truly are. And I'll put some pictures of these as well. Hoping you can see this. So they're pretty much identical. That is with a VP9. Now here it is with the Glock 17, and again, the gun is unloaded, but with the Glock 17, Here you can tell they're almost the same. Masada is on your right. And that's the difference right there. So Masada on top, obviously, Glock 17 at the bottom. And just for comparison purposes, so you can see the size, Glock 19. And again, I'm just showing this because obviously this is the market they went after. So Glock 19. So you can tell the Masada is a bit bigger on the barrel length, on the slide length, and it is going to be bigger on the grip. It's a duty size. But the Masada on the right is the slide and barrel are a little bit shorter than the Glock 17, but a little bit bigger than the Glock 19. And as far as grip is concerned, you're about a finger difference. So there is, ladies and gentlemen, a quick look. Well, not a quick look. I actually went a lot longer than I thought I would. But here's a look at the Masada by IWI. And again, thanks for putting up with me through this video. I did stumble quite a bit through this one of the issues with one take only videos. But thank you. I wanted to bring this out to you as quickly as possible. My FFL and over at Shoot Point Blank in Carmel, Indiana, when they got one, they let me know. I did some research on it, did live firing it, as I mentioned, and I wanted to bring it to you as quick as possible, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to get another one or when they'll get another one. So thank you for your patience and me stumbling through this video. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell. YouTube is recommending less and less the content from gun channels. So if you want to be notified when new videos are uploaded, please click that notification bell. You can also follow me now on Instagram and Facebook at MD Polo Shooting Channel. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, God bless.